Hey you! Yes, you! Do you like anime? Do you like your Pokemans, Mr. Stones, those Japanese body pills? Look, we're not here to judge. Then check out JList.com. It brings all the epicness and awesome from Japan all the way directly to your doorstep. And the best part is, if you use the code below, you'll get 5% off your entire order. They got everything from mangas, collectible figures, and so forth. And if that's not enough Japanese awesomeness, then check out KawaiiBox.com. It's like a monthly subscription box, like Loot Crate. Just, more awesome. And minus the bankruptcy. They have tons of little candies, treats, pens, and pretty much everything you can ask for. Links are down below in the episode description. That's all for now. Thank you for listening, and now, on with the episode. Hello and welcome to Doodle This, one of the nerdiest Let's Draws you'll find here on YouTube. Today's episode, we'll be doodling mermaids. Now, quick confession, this episode was supposed to come out in May for Mermay, but some stuff got in the way, life stuff, and I decided, well, I could either save for next year, or I could just, release it now, and I will start working on the Halloween episode now. But, yeah, so I figured, better late than never. So instead of calling this episode Mermay, we're going to call it Mer-Madness, which is totally something I didn't come up with when I was driving on the way here to record this. But enough babbling, let's doodle! Now for our first doodle, we of course have to go with Ariel. I mean, the theme is mermaids. I could not draw Ariel. Plus, it was a request by Manny Melodies, our resident Disney nerd over here at SuperfancomShow. And this was kind of fun drawing, honestly. This was probably one of the first few times in my life that I ever actually drew Ariel. Actually, funny enough, The Little Mermaid used to be one of my favorite... Well, okay, it's still like my top 5 favorite Disney movies, but back then it was my top number one at there. Mainly because I kind of had a little crush on her. It was one of my very first crushes. Her and Amy Jo Johnson, the Pink Ranger. I actually remember also playing the Little Mermaid NES game a lot from Capcom. People always talk about the Mario games and Legend of Zelda, and those games are fun in their own right. But I used to play the Disney Capcom games. Does anyone even remember those? Like, they have to, right? Like, you had DuckTales, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, and of course you had the Little Mermaid one. I remember playing the Lion King game, which I nearly threw my controller at the TV. But, no, I just have fond memories playing those games. And, yeah, to kick off this, I had to do Little Mermaid. And little fun story. Because of that movie, I used to call forks dinglehoppers. I knew they were called forks, but I still called them anyway because of the movie. And I remember it used to anger my dad to the point where he would always have to go like, "No! Stop doing that!" But yeah, so to kick right off, here we have the finished drawing of Ariel, the Little Mermaid. Speaking of Capcom games, the next request actually comes from Retro Rick. He wants me to draw Mega Man. And for this one, so when I did Ariel, and then I thought, like, I could do, like, a regular Mega Man, like, when he got, like, water powers, or, like, do one of the villains. I was like, no, what if I did Mega Man as a mermaid? To, like, help with the theme, like, one of the power-ups is he got, like, special fins that helped him, like, swim in the water better, and, like, could fight all the other different, like, Dr. Wily robots. So, like, I kind of went with that concept. It's something you're gonna see in this episode. But yeah, Mega Man, that is another franchise that I absolutely loved as a kid. Mega Man 2 was particularly my favorite. Actually, my favorite of the Mega Man franchise is actually, like, NT Battle Warrior. Like, the Battle Networks franchise, that is probably my favorite Mega Man series, and I almost did that version, but then I figured, people are more familiar with this Mega Man, or probably favor the classic Mega Man for this drawing, so I was like, I'm just gonna stick with the original Blue Bomber. I have not, sadly, played the new Mega Man 11, I think that's the newest one. I want to play it, I just don't have the time, and plus I have other games I want to beat, and plus I'm doing all these. And I'm pretty sure for this one, I think one of the villains has pretty much that tail, and we could just say, like, Mega Man, like, fought them and got that power up. But yeah, here is the finished product, Mega Man as the Mega Mermaid. And last but certainly not least, the last doodle of today is Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, which as you'll see, I literally turned into mermaids. I figured it, I don't know, like, I could have just drawn them normally, but again, I was like, nah, what if I made them actually look like mermaids? And you'll actually see, like, some of the designs I came up with, or, like, the idea, like, for Mermaid Man, I gave him, like, a fat, stubby little tail, and, like, to match, like, his posture and such, and his shape. And then for, Barnacle Boy, I gave him, like, an even extra longer tail, like a long, lengthy tail, like, to match also his shape as well. Mermaid Man Barnacle Boy, the first one is definitely one of my favorite episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants. I used to watch SpongeBob religiously back then. Not so much with the newer episodes. If you like them, that's fine. I just kind of prefer the older ones. Like, the newer ones are very hit or miss. I will say this, though. What I did enjoy recently was the SpongeBob musical. I was actually lucky enough to see it before it got closed, or at least at time of recording. I hear that they're bringing it back, so if it has already come back, returned, okay, yeah, awesome. I would highly recommend you go see it. Believe it or not, it's actually really good. The music is actually really good. Like, it's way better than any SpongeBob musical deserves to be. But, yeah. For this one I had probably the most fun drawing, like, working on these characters. It's probably one I'm a little most proud of, especially when you see the finished drawing, when I do the backgrounds. Usually, when it comes to doing more details and stuff, I'll record me drawing the initial outlines and such, and then after, doing all that process, then I'll color it in, and then I'll decide if I want to add a background, and I usually add them in later. But for this one, yeah, no. This one I definitely had the most fun, and I went all out. It's probably one of my favorite drawings I've done. But yeah, here it is, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy to end the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I definitely had a lot of fun drawing it, and I promise that I'll have a lot more episodes out in the future. If you guys liked what you see, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe so you can stay updated when I release other art videos or when we release other videos here on SuperfancomShow. Write in comments down below if you guys have a recommendation. Like, what other stuff do you want to see me draw? Do you have an idea for a theming for an episode? Let me know. I'll be happy to read them. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.